And Hall of Famer Grant. And now Dallas' starting group. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the floor. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Christie in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Celtics, Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. Counted. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer, and he'll head to the line. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
White, the pass to Holiday. Tatum way outside. Offensive board. They kick it out to Porzingis. Sinks the tray.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
Washington finds Davis. Now Irving. Outside Davis. The rebound, Celtics.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Here's Brown. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. We talked about facing a premier defender like Anthony Davis, and Coach told me AD is obviously a tremendous offensive player, but his impact on D is even greater. He's an elite rim protector, and he moves like a wing out there on the perimeter. Without a doubt, Davis covers a lot of ground defensively. Back to you, BA.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Holiday. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
White against Irving. Thompson outside. Washington, a screen on Brown. The 3 from Thompson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Boston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Pass to White. Back to Tatum. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
Just 2 to shoot. Thompson, no good. Boston leading by 3. And here's Brown for 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, this is what Brown was looking for. He just needed the ball, and then instantly his shot was up.
Irving against White. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Now here's Tatum. Not a lot of room. Outside White. Pass to Tatum. White with a screen on Thompson. Here's Tatum. Washington grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 6. Down low. And stolen by Holiday. They're running. White with it. Now Thompson defending. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
White with the steal. Now the Celtics on the move. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
It's stolen by Tatum. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they've built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
With perfect mechanics, too. Klay Thompson's jumper is a work of art, an all-time shooter.
Boston leading by 9. Here's Tatum. Kick out to Brown. Porzingis passes to Brown. Porzingis sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock. It's Brown on the wing. He's guarded by Washington. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Mavericks substitution, number 26, Spencer.
12 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's the pick. Dinwiddie outside. It'll count. And so it's Boston. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
They've got Peyton Pritchard, Torrey Craig out there with Al Horford, and it's Shireman in at the shooting guard position. That's the Boston 5. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that.
Dallas ball.
Here's Dinwiddie. Fires from deep. It doesn't go for him. Celtics lead by 5. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Horford for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Dinwiddie passes to Davis. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And Pritchard, here we go. Here's the 3. Horford can't hit. Mavericks trail by 5. They set the pick. Oh, he picked him clean. Craig on the wing. Check by Davis. Craig with a screen. Out to Horford. 5 to shoot. Here's Shireman. Again, the miss by Boston. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Takes a 3. Again, the miss by Dallas. Boston leading by 5. Hauser passes to Horford. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there are still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
Mavericks trail by 5. Davis a screen. The 3 from Thompson. Oh, and Clay makes that 3 look so easy.
Defense wants to guard Thompson close so he can cleverly shake them off with a pick to get a shot.
Outside Craig.
2 minutes.
Pass to Horford to win the drought. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Thompson. Oh, Clay takes the contact and finishes.
Looking a lot like his dad right there. Klay Thompson with the physical play, challenging that interior.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Pritchard, the pass to Horford. Here's Hauser. 3-pointer off the mark. Mavericks trail by 3. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
We've got a line change here for Boston. And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. Gafford, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Martin comes in for Washington. Marshall, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Dante Exum subbed in for Christie.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
Dinwiddie against Holiday. Pass to Exum. Here's Marshall. Martin with a screen on Brown. Marshall can't hit. Celtics lead by 5. White on the wing. He's guarded by Exum. Tatum with it. Back to White. Porzingis sets a screen. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Tricky move by Brown inside, making sure he gets the whistle and completes his motion.
Brown at the line for 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Brown. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Exum. Here's Gafford. Gets it off. And so that's the end of the first half. Celtics out in front. They lead by 7. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the 3rd quarter. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. One of the stories here, Klay Thompson. Man, is he getting it done today?
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
So the Mavericks 5 right now. Najee Marshall is out there with Caleb Martin. Then it's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Hardy. And it's Exum in at the 2. Jason Tatum, he's a sharpshooter.
You gotta respect the response from Tatum. I mean, this guy just loves to compete.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Marshall with the bucket.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They held a 12-point lead earlier. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Boston leading by 7. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Having added so much strength, Tatum can take the contact and stay balanced.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got two young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Ooh, here's White on the drive, and he goes in for the dunk.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And the dunk by Gafford.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Edwards, he's checked in for Gafford.
For Celtics Entertainment.
Celtics lead by 10. Outside White. Tatum inside. Marshall's there. And here's Brown for three. Edwards pulls it in. The Mavericks have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Edwards' screen on White. Marshall passes to Edwards. Can't get it to fall. The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Outside Porzingis. White on the wing. Porzingis passes to Holiday. Just 5 to shoot from behind the arc. Edwards pulls it in.
2 minutes remaining.
Mavericks trail by 10.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the third. Here's Marshall. Three-pointer, no good. Boston's gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Tatum passes to Holiday, and it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Craig is checked in for Jason Tatum. Dinwiddie, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Brown. He has 7. 1:36 left in the third. Clock at 6. No luck on that one. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Celtics.
And even losing big, you have to maintain composure if you want to avoid embarrassment.
Boston leading by 10. Outside Holiday. Porzingis finds Holiday. That's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Washington. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Washington's got his first points of the game.
When you have Dinwiddie as a teammate, you have to be ready. Spencer is a tremendous distributor.
White, the pass to Holiday. Now here's White. 6 to shoot. Pass to Brown. Porzingis for 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People were worried that this would slow the action down.
The play is under video review.
Adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The Celtics making a switch here. That free throw good from Porzingis. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's Dinwiddie. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. Dinwiddie's got 6.
What a move to get himself open, and then Dinwiddie cans the shot on top of it.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Brown, a screen on Thompson. Pass to Brown. Back to Tatum. Thompson pulls it in. Dinwiddie outside. From deep. No good that time. What if it goes? No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Boston Celtics. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Then there's Drew Holiday. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Shireman in at the 2 spot. That's the Boston 5. Tatum inside, defended by Thompson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Klay Thompson picks one up.
And look at Tatum getting aggressive inside.
White, he's checked in for Boston.
Jason Tatum at the line.
And he sinks the second. And so Dinwiddie will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 8-point game. Outside Davis. Off target with the 3.
Well, he just hasn't found his rhythm tonight. Partly because he's gotten fewer touches.
White, the pass to Tatum. Back to White. Thompson with a steal. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3 ball to go.
3 points.
Celtics lead by 5. Porzingis passes to Brown. We played just over a minute here in the 4th. Rattling the rim.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
Up top, Dinwiddie. He's guarded by White. Dinwiddie passes to Washington. Outside Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Davis with a screen on Tatum. The 3 from Washington. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Tatum finds Brown. Right side Holiday. Outside Brown. Back to Porzingis. Wow, Porzingis with the triple.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Pass to Christie, all alone. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Tatum. Look at Tatum using his length.
The speed of Tatum's drive makes it so tough to defend. You just don't get a chance to stop him.
Oh, got that one up quick. Davis has got his first 3 points of the game.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Davis with a screen on White. With some arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Back to Tatum from the arc. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
And there's the call on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first foul. Martin, he's checked in for Dallas. Kyrie Irving comes in for Dinwiddie.
Checking in for the Mavericks, Caleb Martin. Kyrie Irving.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Tatum way outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Good on the bucket.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
On the wing, Tatum. For 3, Porzingis. The rebound by Klay Thompson. Dallas has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. On the wing, Irving. Pulls up. Another one falls for Dallas.
And we all know Irving is a talented shooter. If you don't absolutely smother him, he will find shots.
The kick out to White. Left side, Holiday. Knocks down the long J. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And he's able to get it back. Martin with a screen on Holiday. Christie's shot is off.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the
Could be some fireworks. In this one, Greg, two cross-conference rivals squaring up.
Kevin, can you smell the intensity in the air? You can tell these guys mean business. Both teams want to prove they're the better squad.
And now the Lakers starting group. James is out there with Jackson Hayes. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. To the inside. Hayes the pass to James. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Look, when LeBron James is hitting his three from that spot, look, this offense completely opens up.
Brown wide open. He fires from outside off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Hayes kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Doncic. Teardrop shot. Here's Hayes. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Richard, so many things about Drew Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just whirls his way inside and takes advantage.
Now here's Tatum. Sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Joe Mazzulla. David.
Now, if you think Luka Doncic is a problem, you're right. Coach told me he reads the situation as well as anyone. We'll try to give him different looks. The goal is just to slow him down and try to make someone else beat us. We'll see where it ends up. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Reeves. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Finney-Smith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Back to Brown, and finished off by Brown.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. And that one, good.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Now, here's Doncic after Jaylen Brown's miss. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. It's stolen by White. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Good on the three-point shot. Tatum's got 6 points.
Well, Tatum is the obvious option for the catch and shoot. He's such an efficient scorer.
Shoots the three. Knocks it loose. Celtics leading by 3. James, the pass to Reeves. A three-pointer, no good. The Celtics have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Porzingis finds Holiday. Outside Tatum. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
And here's Tonci from the arc. Hayes the pass to Finney-Smith. LeBron outside. Pass to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And here's Reeves outside. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Austin's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. This ball movement by Boston. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first. James outside. And again, unable to change momentum here. And that does it for the first quarter. Celtics lead by 8. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Boston 5. Lakers trail by 5. I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before, Richard. Do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
First team foul.
James sets the screen for Doncic. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
And an excellent defender. The way Holiday disrupts and stays active and engaged on this end, outstanding.
Now here's White, driving the lane, and it's good for 2.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Reeves against White. Reeves outside. Nifty move. Good, he hits the jump shot. Reeves has got his first basket. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Outside Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Holiday. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Pass to Hayes. In the corner, it's James. There's a screen. Back to Hayes. Now Doncic. Over Holiday. Doncic, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
White finds Porzingis. No good with the triple. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Doesn't go that time. Celtics leading by 5. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 53s a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Now here is Holiday. Here's Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Porzingis has got 5. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Here's Tatum following the 3 by the Lakers. Porzingis with a screen on James. Back to Porzingis. It doesn't go for him.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Out to Tonci. They get it back. LeBron outside. James cooking from deep.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a 3-point basket.
Brown sets a screen for Holiday. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And we've got a lineup change for the Lakers.
Team foul.
40 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Kleba. Drives to the hoop. And Kleba slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Picked by Horford. Here's Shireman. Fires the 3. Kleba with the rebound. Connect with it. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And that's Connect's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Craig touched it last.
Number 11, Peyton Pritchard.
5 seconds left to play in the first half. With 2 seconds left, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Pritchard's got his first 2 points.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Vincent is out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Connect in at small forward.
Not just a jump shooter. Connect is very capable of capitalizing inside.
Craig with a screen on Milton. Here's Pritchard. Rebounded by the Lakers. Vanderbilt kicks to Milton. Pass to Kleba. Jacks up a 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Shireman, good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
It's stolen. Horford gets the bucket. Horford's got the game tied up here for Boston.
And inside the paint really is where Horford goes to work. Still athletic enough and really makes it look easy.
Kleba, the pass to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Connect. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. As a junior college product, Dalton Connect, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Now, here's Craig. He has yet to score. Craig with a screen on Milton. 4 on the clock. Unloads from 13. And another basket for Boston.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
LA has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. The shot's good for Milton. And the Lakers lead by 2.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Pritchard. Craig with a screen on Milton. Here's Pritchard. Vanderbilt against Craig. Outside, Horford. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Now, here's Kleba. 5 points in the game. Vanderbilt. A three-pointer off the mark. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Horford with the screen on Milton. Horford against Vanderbilt. To the left wing. Here's Hauser. No scoring in this one. Shireman, good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Connect. Traps in the tray.
Connect has the quick release from the corner. Boy, he is tough to defend.
Pass to Hauser. And rebounded by Connect. Lakers leading by 3. Fires from deep. Vanderbilt misses. Drake with it. Connect picks him up. Horford has a wide open look. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 59 seconds left to play here in the third. For Boston, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Milton, back to Vanderbilt. Lakers passing it around. Here's Vincent. And Shireman pulls it down. Celtics have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Pritchard. Bangs home the trifecta. Pritchard's got 5 now. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Lakers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest
of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. Now it's a close one, so Coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. If we play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up, guys.
Thank you, David. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at point guard. That's the Boston Five.
And he's got a good handle, excellent body control. Doncic is a threat to pull up from anywhere.
White, good. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Doncic gets it to go inside.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Porzingis finds White. Screen by Porzingis. White drives in, and White with the stuff.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Brown. There's the triple. No good from Finney-Smith.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
James checked in for Los Angeles. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Crosses over. Oh, Doncic getting it done in transition.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Here's Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Luka Doncic. That free throw good from Drew Holiday. All free throws good from Drew Holiday.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 1. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Porzingis.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Tatum on the wing. Covered by LeBron. Outside Holiday. Lock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Porzingis busted. No good that time either.
Normally he drains that.
Doncic kicks to Vanderbilt. Back to Doncic. Pass to Hayes. Puts up a 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. LeBron against Tatum. To the paint. And stolen by James. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Vanderbilt. Finished off the break. Vanderbilt's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflection.
And boy, it just seems like they are blocking everything. All throughout this game, they have just wreaked havoc defensively.
And this is exactly who Tatum is, someone who doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Screen by James. Doncic dishes to Hayes. The Lakers moving the ball around. Near the three-point line, it's Tonci. And Boston with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
And here's Tatum for three. And the three ball is good. Now just a 2-point Laker lead.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
James, a screen on Holiday. Tonci passes to James. Back to Tonci. Stolen by Holiday. There's Brown with the three. Reeves with the rebound. And here is Los Angeles now. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Tonci kicks to James. And here's Hayes. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
A knockdown shooter, really from anywhere on the floor. Porzingis knows he has the green light to fire from there.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
And this is it, guys. Down one, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Here's Holiday. It's good! He did it!
All zeros on the clock as he drains the game winner.
The Heroes finish, and they're going to have to carry him.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard...
How these teams like to get out and run. We should see a lot of transition tonight.
We should, and it always makes for exciting basketball, but more importantly, BA, these are teams that create easy buckets. Everything in basketball cannot be a grind. That's why these two teams are fun to watch.
And now the Los Angeles starters. LeBron James out there with Hayes. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at small forward. Doncic's shot is good.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
Davis, the pass to Irving. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. From deep, Reeves. Washington grabs the miss. The Mavericks on offense. Here's Davis. Doncic grabs the miss. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Spins. Outside, Finney Smith. From deep. Buries it from 3.
Every team in search of players with this skill set. Dorian Finney-Smith, the prototypical 3. And yes, he can D as well.
Now here's Irving. Washington outside. Again, the miss by Dallas. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. James deciding where to go with it. Back to Finney-Smith. The teardrop, and it's good on the lay-in. Finney-Smith's got 5.
How about Finney-Smith adding the floater to his arsenal? That's big-time touch.
The 3 from Thompson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And there's James from the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Hacked on the shot, and that'll send him to the line for 3. Klay Thompson picks one up.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3. And here is Irving. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all 4 quarters.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. James, that's good.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Yet between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
Hayes with a screen. Finney-Smith's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 9. Lets the 3 fly. Hits a 3-pointer.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Doncic. Outside Finney-Smith. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. James can't get it to go.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Here's Davis, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
And I'll tell you what, if you're going to mix it up with Davis, you better be on your game. He's so powerful inside.
From deep, here's Doncic. Counted from distance. Doncic has got 5 now.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Irving, that's good.
Gets in the paint and drains it. Kyrie Irving, show off that touch.
2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Now here's Irving. Davis with a screen on James. Beyond the arc. And Davis slams it home.
And you really can't sleep on Davis's length, especially on the offensive glass.
Shot's good by James.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Washington a screen on James. From deep three-point range. And Washington good for 3. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. The Lakers on top, leading by 4. And we'll get things started. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Thompson, the small forward, Washington holding down the 4. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie, then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Christie in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Boy, you don't see it often, but Klay Thompson letting you know he can finish emphatically.
Luka proving he can score from anywhere.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Dinwiddie outside. And here's Thompson for 3. And Reeves pulls it down.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Pass to Hayes. James with the ball. And Davis picks him up defensively. Kicks it to Doncic. There's the 3. Oh, Luka with a deep one.
Well, Luka Doncic relishes the opportunity to control the action, and right now he is cooking the defense.
Thompson against Reeves. Thompson passes to Davis. And Davis slams it home.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Hayes. Stolen by Dinwiddie. Going all the way to the rack. Thompson finishes in transition. Good execution.
What a defensive effort from Spencer Dinwiddie. The wingspan and the hustle create these steals.
James up top. Checked by Davis. James passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Hayes. And there's James from the arc. And the Lakers hit again from deep. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. Kleba, screen on Dinwiddie. Out to Kleba. From outside the arc. Mavericks with a rebound. Now Exum. There's the screen by Marshall. Pass to Gafford. And a nice finish on the layup. And now just a 2-point Laker lead.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Connect. He's guarded by Exum. From behind the arc. Kleber, that's good. And the Lakers lead by 5.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
And a defensive-minded big man in Maxi Kleber. When he's making shots, he's so valuable, Doris.
Well, B.A., he is on the floor because of his defensive versatility. To me, one of the most underrated defenders in the league. He can be cross-positional, but you're right. He's got to be a legit threat offensively.
Has to connect. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
A soft floater from Connect. He has the size to just loft it up right over people.
There's a screen by Marshall for 3, Dinwiddie. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now. Los Angeles leading by 4. And here's Connect outside. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now here's Dinwiddie, guarded closely. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11. On the wing, Hachimura. 4-3. Here's Connect. He's guarded by Martin. Left side, Vanderbilt puts up a 3. And it's Martin with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Exum. The 3. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Exum's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Vincent banked it in off the glass.
Big ups to this coaching staff. Great play design there.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Lakers on top. They're up by 3. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
And so in the game for the Lakers, we've got Maxi Kleber. Connect is out there with Gabe Vincent. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt, and it's Hachimura in at the 3. Vanderbilt, no good. Mavericks trail by 3. Exum passes to Dinwiddie. They set a pick. Back to Exum. Martin against Vanderbilt for the tie. Martin misses. Los Angeles has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Foul beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3.
And because of his energy and physicality, Connect draws a lot of contact out there.
And the second free throw is good. And he nails the third. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Dinwiddie outside. Here's the 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 6. Out to Kleber. Out to the wing. Vincent outside. No good with the triple. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. There's Marshall. Gafford. It's good on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Hachimura sets a screen. To the paint. Kleber left side. The 3. Vincent can't hit. Mavericks trail by 4. Martin against Vanderbilt. Marshall. And he converts the layup.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
The Lakers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Hachimura with the ball. Martin picks him up, and it's Hachimura missing. For Dallas, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Marshall with the bucket.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Right side Vanderbilt. Back to Vincent. Right wing. Clock at 6. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Exum passes to Dinwiddie. 1:58 left in the third quarter. Stolen by Vanderbilt. That one goes in. And the Lakers lead by 1.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
Dinwiddie outside. Fires from deep. Martin misses. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Kleba outside. Pass to connect. Kleba, screen on Martin. Here's Connect. He's guarded by Martin. 5 on the clock. And that one's good. Connect.
Well, Connect has a scorer's mindset. Wherever he finds room, he will take a shot.
Dinwiddie outside. From downtown. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Los Angeles leading by 3. And it's on Dante Exum. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks.
Substitution on the court.
46 seconds left in the third quarter. For 3, James. There, LeBron for 3.
This is why LeBron's so tricky to defend. Yes, he has the strength to go inside and finish, but he's also got such touch from behind the arc.
Irving, pass to Christie to win the run. Fires in the triple. Christie's got 6.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
For 3, James. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Irving against James. Irving, the pass to Davis. Irving, a screen on Hayes. Back to Irving. Here's Davis. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the floor. Then there's Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Christie in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Outside Irving. Knocked away. Pass to Christie. That shot off the mark. Good D by Finney-Smith. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Lakers. They've led by as many as 11. Oh, wasted no time on that one. And it's a 6-point Laker lead.
Well, Luka decides when he wants to get into the rise and fire. That pull-up game on point.
The 3 from Washington. He can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Here's James. LeBron, attack mode. Hayes for 3. Kept alive. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Nice shot by Christie.
Well, this is the ethos that Klay Thompson plays with. He is a great scorer, but he's willing to give it up.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Pass to James. Over to the left wing. Here's Finney-Smith. Misses the 3. The Mavericks have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. The Lakers shooting at about 51% for the game so far on this one. Outside Reeves. Outside Finney-Smith. Uses the glass on the layup.
That's what you call using your body. Playing a little bully basketball is Dorian Finney-Smith.
Mavericks trail by 6. Out to Thompson. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Finney-Smith. Off target from outside. The Mavericks shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Pass to Christie. From the arc. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his 3-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game. Was there ever a doubt they'd go to Luka Doncic? This guy is a big-time performer.
Nice shot by Christie.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Pass to Hayes. Outside Finney-Smith. Back to Hayes. And here's Reeves. Hey, expanding his range. And it's Hayes. That time on the assist by Reeves.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
And Doncic launches from deep. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Great open look there. And it's now just a 1-point Laker lead.
A huge shot. His 3-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
A strong finish by Doncic.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Irving pass to Thompson. James with the rebound.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And so they foul intentionally. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
Ooh, tough choice here. You could foul quick and send them to the line, or you could rely on your defense to try to make a play.
So for Dallas, Edwards comes in for Washington, and it's Dinwiddie in for Kyrie Irving. Kleba, he's checked in for the Lakers. Vanderbilt comes in for Finney-Smith. Thompson left side. Davis with a screen on Vanderbilt. And here's Thompson for 3. The shot no good.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge.
Sinks it from distance.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
Timeout on the floor. Mavericks. Just 4 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
Now, it's an opportunity for a teaching moment. I'm sure Coach will waste no time making his points.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
7. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. And for the Mavericks, Edwards is out there with Martin. Then there's Christie. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Davis in at the 5. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. It's Brown on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. Brown drives in. Mavericks with the rebound. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. We talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. Now, he said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. We'll see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Martin. Following the basket by Jarrett White. Martin with the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Brown. Not going to go that time. Great D that time for Martin. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
Oh, here's Edwards. There's the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And this first quarter has been ridiculous. I mean, they simply can't miss right now.
To the middle. Here's White. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
That one on Thompson.
Hey, White is a fighter now. When he's close inside, he's committed to going aggressively to the rack. And if he doesn't score, he at least is going to draw the foul.
So he gets them both. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Davis scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Good positioning that time from AD, working the pick and roll beautiful.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Down low, it's deflected. And now Martin pushing it up. No one back to stop him. On the wing, Thompson. Outside, Davis. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Tatum drives in. Great D that time from Edwards.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Thompson passes to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Tatum. Celtics trail by 10. Celtics passing it around. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Big man throwing it down. Kristaps Porzingis. When you're 7'3", though, doesn't take much vertical to punch it home.
Oh, here's Edwards. Out to Thompson. Martin with a screen on White. 6 to shoot. Out of bounds. Boston takes possession. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. They get a hand on it. Edwards with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "We can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Here's Christie. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Edwards, a screen on Holiday. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now Tatum. Inside, Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
The athletic Brown with a big-time slam. You got to defend him better than this.
To the paint. Pass to Christie. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Tatum. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the one spot.
Team foul.
Christie against Holiday. White setting the pick for Holiday. Mavericks with the rebound. On the wing, Davis. By Porzingis. Oh, and Anthony Davis is too much at the rim.
Inside offense almost seems too easy for Davis, but it's not. I mean, you have to have a lot of confidence, strength, and skill to score against that kind of defense.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Here's Tatum after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Tatum passes to Brown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Brown's got 5 now.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Edwards looking it over, taken away by Holiday. Tatum kicks to Brown. Left side, Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender.
Yeah, that was a tough, gritty, sandpaper-like finish.
Christie against Holiday. Christie can't make it. Celtics trail by 3. On the wing, Brown. Covered by Martin. White dishes to Brown. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis with a screen on Martin. There's Brown with the 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Christie, guarded by Holiday. Down low. And it's slammed in by Davis.
I don't know what you do about that. Davis just powering it down.
Brown against Martin. Brown the pass to White. Back to Brown. Puts up a deep 3. Good work defensively by Martin. Dallas leading by 5. Martin with a screen on Holiday. Christie kicks to Thompson. Christie against Holiday. Unloads. Christie can't make it.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Here's Porzingis. Takes it off the glass. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
For all that's said about his perimeter work, Porzingis benefits a lot when he's making an impact inside. That makes defending him all the more challenging.
It's Martin on the wing. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Martin's got 8.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Boston making some changes. Mavericks on D. 6-point game. To the middle. Here's Pritchard. Can't hit from in close. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Irving. And it's Exum at the elbow. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. And that comes off the assist by Exum. And now it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
Irving so good and crafty at being able to get things done with a high percentage shot inside.
Picked by Horford. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Busted. No good that time either. And here's Irving. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency. And thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Okay, they're thinking about the shot.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Anthony Davis in this game. He's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Big men on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. Dante Exum is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Marshall in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Just 5 to shoot. Celtics passing it around. Pritchard gets the bucket. Pritchard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway. But we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Stolen by Washington.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Marshall passes to Gafford. Gafford sets the pick for Washington. No good on the 3. Celtics trail by 7. Like we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that in his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor.
That one falls.
Boy, nice job that time by P.J. Washington to knock down the shot after setting the screen.
Here's Shireman. He's defended by Exum.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Washington sets the pick for Irving. Drills the three-pointer. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
Well, you simply can't guard that. Irving's just too nimble. Easily gets himself free of the defender.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. Here's Horford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And Al Horford drops them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And so it's Irving who brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Exum deciding where to go with it. Washington finds Exum. Launches it. Another three for Dallas.
Boy, an excellent passer for a big man. P.J. Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
Into the lane. Craig can't get it to go.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Mavericks leading by 11. Here's Irving. It's deflected. 1:21 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Shireman. Outside, Horford. Here's Shireman, covered by Irving. Clock at 4. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Horford. Rebounded by Gafford. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Gafford sets the pick for Washington. Out to the wing. And Marshall kicks to Irving. Here he goes. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 9.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Tatum for 3. Good on the triple. 5 points in the game.
How about the pace that Tatum plays with? Excellent. I mean, when he's feeling it, he can pull up effortlessly off the dribble. Nice.
Martin with a screen on Howell. Christie the pass to Edwards. Outside for Davis. Porzingis with the steal. And here comes Brown. Leading the fast break.
Are you kidding me? Boy, how about Porzingis showing you some nice quickness and activity, determined to get after the steal.
Back to Martin. The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 8. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are, the fourth. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the court right now for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at point. Davis with a screen on Holiday. Fires for 3. The shot's good from Christie. Christie's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Mavericks.
pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Tatum. Edwards with the block. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Tatum on the wing. Covered by Martin. Screen by Porzingis. Here's Holiday. Pass to Tatum. 5 to shoot. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum. A wing who can score in so many different ways.
First team foul.
Mavericks leading by 9. Christie kicks to Thompson. Here's Christie. To the inside. Edwards. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Davis sends it back.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it.
Thompson passes to Davis. And Davis throws it down.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Dallas.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Martin with a screen on Holiday. Outside for Davis. Clock at 6. Holiday against Christie.
An absolute force at both ends of the floor. That time, Holiday clamped down on his guy.
Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game. Davis with a screen on Holiday. Christie kicks to Thompson. Outside for Martin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on White.
Third team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Tatum against Edwards. Brown outside. Out to Porzingis. Pass to White. Just 4 to shoot. Over Thompson. Left block shot on the way. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Martin wide open. He fires. Dallas no good that time either.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Porzingis passes to Tatum. And Tatum hammers it home.
And Tatum has been in these situations before. He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments.
Edwards with the screen for Thompson. Poked away. Porzingis with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Christie against Tatum. Outside, Porzingis. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Christie kicks to Davis. Thompson surveying the floor.
Watch out, Anthony Davis is caught fire.
And Boston has possession. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Tatum.
And Tatum continues to evolve before our eyes, showing excellent leadership by knocking down these clutch shots.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Some changes here for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Edwards. Najee Marshall comes in for Caleb Martin. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Christie. Al Horford is checked in for the Celtics. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Marshall. Back to Irving.
Boston foul. Jalen Brown. First personal foul. 14th foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Now a timeout called by Boston. 15 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
For your D-Town crew.
Outside White. Outside Holiday. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Martin with it. For 3, Edwards. Offline. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. It was up for grabs. Much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our might seem like a potential blow, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White, and it's Porzingis in at the center position. White against Reeves. White looking around, and here's Tatum for three. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This is what great scorers do. Tatum rises to the three-point challenge.
From deep, James. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Reeves the pass to Finney-Smith. Puts up a three. Hands it from downtown.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's White. Holiday, a screen on LeBron. Tatum down low. Covered by LeBron. Tatum's shot is off. Porzingis kicks to Brown. 4 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Tatum. Now here's White. Puts up a deep three. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. that is a ridiculous run.
Here's Finney-Smith. Connects from three-point range.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Tatum. 4-point game. Brown the pass to Holiday. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And here's James outside. The rebound by Holiday. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Porzingis sets the pick for White.
2 minutes remaining.
And he hits it to tie the game up.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Kicks it out to James. And again, LeBron missing. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Brown, no good. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Reeves gets the bucket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Lakers leading by 3. On the wing, James. Hayes with the screen for James. And a miss there on the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
And here's James outside. Porzingis with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Here's Doncic. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. A rebound by the Lakers. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Tonci from the arc. 1 quarter in the books. It's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 1. 2K Sports back in. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
On the floor for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot.
And bringing the aggression and the energy. 2 things you like to see from Porzingis.
And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the 1, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt. Tatum reminding the defense, like, yo, you cannot stop him.
James outside. James connects from deep.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Porzingis with a screen on Tonci. And Holiday, here we go. The kick out to Brown. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And 1 step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammates.
And he goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. This helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Reeves outside. Just 5 on the clock. No one near James as he lets it go. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
I like how fast Braun makes decisions, reading the defense ahead of time, rising and shooting with confidence.
Here's Pritchard, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Tonci, forcing his way inside. Tonci. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention: carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to LeBron. LeBron going to work inside.
Look, the moment he gets it anywhere near the hoop, look, it is over. Just too much strength, too much touch, either hand.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And we've got a lineup change for the Lakers.
Substitution on the court. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Pritchard.
2 minutes.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Hachimura setting the pick for Connect. Inside. That's in, and the Celtic lead has got down to 2 as they get the bucket from Goodwin.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Horford the pass to Craig, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Boston ball.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Pritchard gets the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
That, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Well, they're still together. Celtics passing it around. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of the game. Hachimura, no good. Celtics leading by 3. Pass to Pritchard. Vanderbilt with the steal. All alone. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics. Oh, and he got it!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Yeah, that's 1 in 100 type shot. But hey, that is why you just throw it up there.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's Goodwin with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. A 2-point game. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. Connect out there with Goodwin. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Kleba in at the center filling out the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Shot clock at 5. Down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Kleba's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers. Here's Craig. And it's off from 3-point range. Pass to connect. They get it again. Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And it's Hachimura in the corner. Here's the teardrop. It's blocked. Horford the pass to Pritchard. And Horford, here we go. And the dunk by Horford.
And no chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
From deep. Cranes the three-pointer. 8 points for Dalton Connect.
You're giving a bit of height there. You could expect to get burned from downtown when you do this.
Craig, good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Kleba with a screen on Craig. Pass to Kleba for 3. The rebound by the Celtics.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
And here is Goodwin, and stolen by Horford. Here's Hauser. Six on the shot clock. to Shireman. In the corner, Horford with it. Now, Craig. It's good. This game is all even. Craig's got 7 points in the game.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Vanderbilt kicks to Kleba. And again, no good by the Lakers. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Stolen by Connect. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. The time for the ball. Taken away by Holiday. Brown inside. He's against Hachimura.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And we've got a lineup change here for the Lakers. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. RJ, we've seen multiple all-star games for Jaylen Brown. Can he become a superstar?
Well, to me, if you've got a Finals MVP in your back pocket on your resume, you are now a superstar, and Jaylen Brown is that.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Outside Tatum. Back to Holiday. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. LeBron right to the finish.
Oh, watch out. LeBron James on the break. Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. Just get out of the way.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to White. Back to Porzingis. Pocket 6. LeBron against Tatum. Goes up on the wing. It's good. Tatum's got 9.
The defense must be aware of where Tatum is, especially when he's roaming around that mid-range.
From deep, Reeves. It's hauled in by Brown.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Tatum with the screen on Doncic. Holiday dishes to Brown. With the drive. The kick out to Holiday. The wide open look here for Porzingis. No good on the triple. LeBron James on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Hayes. A fadeaway. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
Doncic finds Hayes. And here's James outside. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2, Jackson Hayes.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
This team thinks they should be up in front, but at least they tied it up.
To the middle, here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Gannett comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. They're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David. The Celtics with the lead. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. There's the steal. Out left to the wing. The Lakers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Buries it from three-point range. And the Lakers lead by 1.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
Holiday. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
That's been all night long. And also dominating the offensive boards, and that's been winning them a lot of extra looks at the hoop.
Vanderbilt checked in for Los Angeles. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Porzingis passes to Brown. Back to Porzingis. The Lakers with the rebound. James looking it over. Kleba finds Reeves. Now here's LeBron. Misses the 3. White against Reeves. And so the ball out of bounds. Reeves touched it last.
Celtics ball.
The 3 from Tatum. Take that! Oh, Tatum from the parking lot.
ICE, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Porzingis passes to Tatum.
2 minutes remaining in this ball game. 2 minutes.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I do not care what kind of game he is having. In these moments, Tatum is just different.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
We've got 1:48 left in the game. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Out to White. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. Just 4 to shoot. Tries again. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And taken away by Brown. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Tatum. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. The 3. Tatum with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kleba, the pass to Reeves. And to Kleba. Stolen by Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. White, wide open. He fires. Buries the long-range jumper. White's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics. And here's LeBron outside. Again, the miss by the Lakers. Tatum against LeBron. It's tipped. Lets it go with the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Second team foul.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. LeBron against Tatum. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him. Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Focus of both of these teams, offense. Doris, it's about putting points on the board in bunches.
A BA, it seems to be a league-wide trend in many respects. There's so much conversation about how skilled these players are, the range shooting that you've got to deal with defensively. I think we've got to redefine the definition of good defense because these guys are so good.
So here's Dallas's starting group. We've got Edwards. He's out there with Anthony Davis. Klay Thompson is out there with Caleb Martin. And it's Christie in at the point. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Stolen! And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Martin with the bucket. Now here's Reeves. James, a screen on Martin. James finds Hachimura. Three-pointer. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. And just about a minute into this first quarter. They get the rebound. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, opportunistic play by Klay Thompson. He's got very good size, so getting on the offensive window is something he can do.
And it's Doncic missing.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Gets the three to fall.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
It's stolen by Doncic. On the wing, Reeves fires the three. Davis with a rebound. And Dallas with possession. They're on a 10-2 run here. Christie passes to Davis. Here's Christie. Jacks up a three. The offensive rebound. It's Martin on the wing. Thompson outside. Davis with a screen on Reeves. 4 on the clock. Thompson passes to Christie. Fires the three. Misses again. Now 0 for 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Doncic. James against Edwards. Here's Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by James.
If you allow Luka to establish position with his size, his strength, his footwork, turn the lights out.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick, and the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
This is why LeBron's so tricky to defend. Yes, he has the strength to go inside and finish, but he's also got such touch from behind the arc.
Here's Christie. Pass to Davis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Lakers trail by 5. Hayes, the pass to James. Back to Hayes. Soft touch off the glass.
Now you see LeBron James' selflessness on display. He loves to make his teammates feel good.
Thompson, a screen on Hachimura. Thompson outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 7 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Doncic outside. Hayes for 3. And Los Angeles another 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And he banks in the layup.
And I'll tell you what, if you're going to mix it up with Davis, you better be on your game. He's so powerful inside.
Thompson against Doncic. Pass to Hayes. Oh, he tries a 3. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Martin misses. Lakers trail by 3.
Maverick foul. Christie. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
James, a screen on Thompson. From deep, Reeves. Edwards pulls it in. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Here's Christie. Off target from three-point range. No good there. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Dallas on top. They lead by 3. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
On the court right now for Dallas, they've got Klay Thompson. Anthony Davis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Caleb Martin, and it's Christie in at the point guard position. To the inside. Hayes against Davis. Back to Reeves. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Here's Doncic. In the paint, Luka.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
Here's Christie, guarded by Doncic. Thompson passes to Martin. Drills it from deep. Martin's got 8.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
James, outside. Hachimura up top. He's guarded by Martin. James can't get it to go. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Edwards, a pass to Davis. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one misses. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Edwards, a pass to Christie. And the layup falls. Christie's got his first 2 points.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Doncic with it, and Davis picks him up defensively. Offensive rebound. Stripped it away. Outside Edwards. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Mavericks ball.
Reeves against Thompson. Davis with a screen on Reeves. 5 to shoot. Here's Thompson. Oh, Klay takes the contact and finishes.
You know, Klay Thompson is calm, cool, and collected. The quick release to beat the shot clock.
Doncic passes to Hayes. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got his 4th assist with that last one. The Mavericks leading. Thompson scanning the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to Christie. Shakes him. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. 1:50 left to play in the second quarter. Doncic finds Hayes. Here's Doncic. He's got 6. That shot missing. Pass to Edwards. Takes the 3. Knocks down the long J. Now it's a 7-point Dallas lead.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
It's James on the wing. Oh, two vicious points from the King.
LeBron James leaves no doubt about that one. Punches it home as soon as he gets the opportunity.
Here's Christie, guarded by Doncic, and that one drops. Thompson's got 11 points.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Hayes. Hayes with a screen on Martin. Hachimura. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Well, the finishing ability of Rui Hachimura on display. This guy has a knack for getting around defenders and into his groove.
Thompson passes to Davis. Oh, the power! Anthony Davis.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Pass to Hayes. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists now in this one. Dallas leading by 5. Outside for Davis. James with a steal. Doncic outside. 4 seconds left. Hachimura outside. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Dallas on top, up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Klay Thompson has been really making it happen, guys.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
We've got Maxi Kleba. Connect is out there with Gabe Vincent. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. That's the Laker 5. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Tries the spin move. Pass to Gafford. Stolen by Vanderbilt.
He saw the pass coming a mile away. Was perfectly positioned to intercept it.
Dallas leading by 5. Irving, the pass to Marshall. The 3 ball. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Irving against Vanderbilt. The 3 is up. They shoot again. Here's Gafford. Washington outside. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Heading to the...
With a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. And Washington powers it through.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Lakers trail by 4. Stolen by Gafford. Irving with it. Guarded by Kleba. Here's Marshall. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Knocks down the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Vanderbilt with a screen. Outside Finney-Smith. And Los Angeles, another three.
Well, this is where Dorian Finney-Smith has really come such a long way. What a transformation to a real threat beyond the arc.
Pass to Irving. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, BA, this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
Here's Connect. Outside Finney-Smith. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
Guys, I think what you have to love about Dorian Finney-Smith is his versatility. Skill set-wise, you can play him in either forward position, and in either spot, he's going to give you tremendous defensive effort.
Marshall passes to Irving. And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. The fourth team foul.
Washington, a screen on Vanderbilt. And that one's good. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's just a master of understanding pick and roll and how to develop a quality shot. Such a dangerous guy in those sets.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And he drops it first.
Gabe Vincent taking 2 shots.
Good on both. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now Irving. Exum outside. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Well, you love how Dante Exum gets inside. He's got terrific touch close.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And here's Vincent. Knocks it down from distance. Vincent's got 5.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Irving against Vanderbilt. Irving, the pass to Washington. It's Exum on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The Mavericks rebound. Washington outside. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the 3. He's got 5.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
And it's Vincent off the drive. Here's Kleba. No good on the 3. And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 41 seconds left in the third. Pass to Gafford. Now here's Washington. Irving for 3. And it's Connect with a rebound. 19 seconds left in the third. Outside Vanderbilt. Kleba outside. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Exum outside. This one for 3. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Dallas on top. They're up by 8. And fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Now, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. Edwards out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Trey Thompson. Then there's Caleb Martin. And it's Christie in at the 1. Lakers trail by 8. Screen by James. Doncic passes to James. There's the triple. No good that time. Dallas shooting 56% today. Here's Christie. Doncic pulls down the board. And for the Lakers, their shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Reeves. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Christie. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. It's Martin on the wing. There's a screen over Hachimura. Martin misses.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Here's James. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Well, when you play with the level of focus and energy level that Rui brings nightly, Hachimura able to create that second chance opportunity.
Here's Thompson. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Hachimura sets a screen.
Christie. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Launches it, and the three-pointer goes.
Well, the team has preached to Rui Hachimura to be aggressive on the offensive end. That is the decisive decision-making they're looking for.
Here's Christie. And there's the foul. It's on Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes.
That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Thompson against Reeves. Outside Edwards. 6 to shoot. Thompson passes to Edwards. Misses the layup. Lakers trail by 5. Doncic outside. Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
The offensive arsenal of LeBron James is tremendous. The ability to hurt defenses in so many ways is something else.
And here's Thompson for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Here's Christie. The kick out to Edwards. Three-pointer.
2 minutes remain in this ball.
Davis finds Edwards.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Prosper's checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic passes to Hayes. Here's Reeves. Hayes with a screen on Thompson. Reeves against Thompson. Reeves, the pass to Hayes. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. A minute 37 left in the fourth. Pass to Prosper. Up top, Davis. And here's Thompson. He's covered by Reeves. 3 on the clock. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Irving's checked in for Christie. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Yeah, this possession is make or break. They need points to stay within reach.
Up top, Thompson. Irving against Doncic. And he buries it.
Man, that is a good one. Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
Doncic passes to James. Yeah! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Here's Irving. Here's Prosper. Check by James. Pass to Irving. Reverses. It's Hayes with the rebound. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
And here's James. Hayes with a screen on Davis. And buries it from deep.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number one on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Now into the lineup for your winner. Number 2, Jarrett Vanderbilt.
Goes up off the inbound. Missed it.
A nice defensive play. Altered the shot and stayed right there to clean up the glass.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up.
Go.